Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are. We appreciate you. I'm Ray Orsini, co-host of Wins and Losses, and joining me as always is not in the studio. Where are you at,
No,
Jason?
I am in Union Station in beautiful downtown Chicago waiting for a late train.
Not bad. Okay. And
Yeah.
and what are you coming back from? I know, but the
Uh,
audience needs to know.
so I had Bourbon and Beyond this last weekend, and then I rode up with Matt to Chicago where I had peer group meetings yesterday and today. Heading back home now. Heather's supposed to pick me up. Train's supposed to get in at 11:39, but it's supposed to leave in 3 minutes, and we haven't even boarded yet. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go out on
fair
a limb
enough.
and say that's not gonna happen.
You just take the phone with you, dude. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So I'm loving the chat. Today is Pirates Day, so
Arr.
and we have pirate themed jokes on theme with wins and losses. What be a pirate's least favorite exercise? Planks. And how did the pirate of $4 new gym equipment and creamy? You got to put the creamy. He bought them on sale. I mean, that's not bad.
Pretty good.
So I think we got to start with the obvious question: have you bought a creamy yet?
I did not, but I made ice cream.
I
If
love
you
it.
look in the host chat, I put some
Oh,
pictures. So I have a KitchenAid stand mixer with the ice cream attachment, and honestly, I think I dig it more than the creamy because with the creamy, don't you have to make it and then freeze it? So like
you
it's
do.
delayed gratification.
There is
Yeah. So
absolute delayed gratification.
I
Yes.
I pour the stuff in this thing, and a half hour later, I have ice cream.
Oh, so I should buy something new, is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's and if you see anybody there that you feel should join us, just bring them on camera, dude. It's all good.
I found a relatively quiet spot in something called the Pennsylvania Room in their lounge. I was kind of telling the lady off nicely. She's like, "It's raining, act of God." I'm like, "Oh, it never rains in Chicago."
Yeah, right. All right, let's see here. I got you got to bear with me because I'm moving over to Edge on all my devices.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
you know what? It's actually pretty good. I can't
Yeah,
complain.
I think it's gotten better.
A lot better. I tried it when it first came out. It was a hot piece of garbage. Now it does some really awesome things, though. So I'm telling you, I enjoy it. All right, let's see what we got here. We got this is your stand mixer,
hmm
doing KitchenAid type stuff.
It's doing ice cream.
Doing
So
ice cream.
I messed it up a little bit, and I didn't read the actual serving size of the protein powder. So I put 2 scoops in. I think it was too much protein.
Yeah.
Uh,
What ingredients did you put in there?
so I Fairlife, some milk. I just had standard whole milk, right? Because that's what the kids drink. So I threw a
Yeah.
little bit of that in. Uh, the protein powder, and I think that's it. I think it was pretty easy. It burned up really well, and then it obviously in that bowl you can see it melted a little bit because I put everything away before I ate it. It was really tasty. It tasted like fruity pebbles. So I definitely can't complain about that. The macros on it ended up being, let me pull it. The serving I ate, I think it was like 32 grams of protein, and not that many
Okay.
calories. So and it was quite delicious. So I will definitely. It's still in the freezer. So when I get home, I probably won't have any tonight because it's gonna be like midnight. But
Yeah.
I will certainly have it again.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. What's up, Keith? Keith's in a good mood because the Cowboys have actually been doing okay for the first 2 weeks. Um, so I noticed with protein, it does melt a little faster.
Yeah.
Um, the lack of fat content, which makes sense. The fat freezes. Um, so I like it. I did the second half of my fudgy whatever thing.
Yeah.
Um, but it's nice when you're like, oh, I got to hit another 25 grams of protein. Oh, I'll have ice cream then. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
oh
cool.
no.
Yeah,
So
it's I mean it's a good treat, right? Like
yeah,
I generally the ice cream will satisfy that sweet tooth I get. So
yeah.
it's been I'm excited and hopeful for that, honestly.
Yeah, I do enjoy well, I told you I love having the whatchamacallit. I love having the like the protein shakes or whatever. I did a little different. I went, let's see if I can bring this up. I made pizza.
Yep.
So I did there's a name for it. I think it's called Fathead. Josh will know.
Okay.
Um, so it's basically self-rising flour, um, some coconut flour, Greek yogurt, and whatever else you put in it. And that's the dough. And it actually came out good. Let's see if I go the right way. Of course, I took some videos. That's my face. So you make this paste, you spread it out. I would make it thinner next time
Yep.
because it was really hard to spread out. So I had this really small, it was about like a 10 or 12-inch pizza and
Yeah.
completely dense. And then once you bake it, you get crust. And then, and then I threw
Okay.
some stuff on it.
Cool.
It was actually
Yeah.
really good.
That looks good. Okay, I need that recipe. I'm gonna have to try it.
I got you. I got you. And the whole, and actually, let me bring up the macros because I did actually record the macros here. Oops, what happened here?
So while you're pulling that up, there is at some point a likelihood I'm gonna have to board a train and I will disappear for several minutes when that happens.
It's all good. So we have you're supposed to cut it into 8 slices. I
Yep.
did 4 slices because
Yep.
it was too small.
I mean, I would do one pizza.
Yeah,
Be
well, that's
real.
what I did. I ate the whole pizza.
Yeah. Yep.
Which it's what 600 calories, 700 calories, but
Yeah,
like
720. Yeah.
the protein's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
56, 60, 60-ish grams. Yeah, I'll take that.
But I will tell you, after the first slice, I was stuffed. It
Yeah.
took me a lot to eat the rest. Like I ate the rest over like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I mean, if I could eat half of it, then I would be doing great, right? Because you're
Yeah.
sitting for like a lunch, you're sitting at right around that 360 calorie mark, and 30 grams of protein. I'll take that for a lunch.
Yeah, that's a win all day. Have you
Yeah.
seen the chicken pizza crust, the canned chicken?
I'm not. That's another one. I mean, that's another thing that would interest me, right? Like, I find myself not really missing. I mean, I would miss crust, I think, but I find myself. I think I'd be okay with chicken, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, crust. I'm like a crust made out of chicken. I'm totally down for using chicken as bread. I'm totally down for. But yeah, it's pretty fantastic. I haven't done the chicken crust, but I don't. It's not that I miss crust. It's just I love pizza. We eat pizza every single week. So this was the first week where I'm like, you guys do your own thing. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And honestly, I enjoyed mine a lot better. Turkey pepperoni, obviously, and then sometime this week I'm going to do the same fathead dough, but I'm going to make a stromboli. So that's
Heather has a recipe that from I think the Skinny Taste lady, that uses like Greek yogurt and stuff to make a crust, and she makes bagels out of it, and we've made pizza dough out of it, and that is relatively high protein too because it's got a lot of Greek yogurt in it, and it is also really tasty. So I'll throw you that one.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. We gotta get a list up of recipes or something like that. I didn't realize the Hack Your Health had a food of the day challenge.
I didn't either. I don't. I mostly pay attention to the channels that the group is in, and don't pay as much attention to the public channels.
I'll be honest; it's one of the busier Discords that I'm.
Oh, it's very busy.
So it's almost like when I first joined MSB Geek, and I was like, it was a little too much for me.
Yeah, it can be a lot. I'm scrolling through it now.
Yeah, but let me know if you find. Okay, it's in the food channel.
It's in the food channel, I'm sure. Yep.
You got
Tim Given. Yep.
Yeah, screw that. So, what if you could make whatever? I guess we're doing nom noms right now, right?
Yeah, we do nom noms.
So, if you could make anything like your favorite meal, but it was healthy, what would you eat?
I love fried rice. I'm not gonna lie.
But
That's a tough one. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so I guess that one doesn't really count. I found
rice is 180 calories. I also found out compared to cauliflower rice, which is better for you because it doesn't spike your sugar the way normal rice does.
Yeah.
When you chill the rice in the fridge overnight and then have it the next day, it actually spikes your sugar less than cauliflower rice.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
it's some.
I don't know. It's one of those things where like you can tell me that's rice all you want. It's cauliflower.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like cauliflower rice. I like.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
But just
it's
don't lie to me. Just tell me it's cauliflower. Don't call it rice. Just call it mashed up little bits of cauliflower to carry your food, and we'll call it even.
Is there any like fruit that you just absolutely don't touch? Like
fruit,
or vegetable, either one that's completely
I don't do Brussels sprouts. I am forcing myself, and this is a relatively we've talked about this. Like the only reason people eat Brussels sprouts is they cover them in delicious stuff. Like it's obviously
you steam it. Okay, a little bit of butter, yes, but you put butter on most anything you cook anyway. It's not like crazy. a
I
little bit of salt, and steam them. They're phenomenal.
I'm teaching myself to eat broccoli.
Okay.
And it tastes, I think, like Brussels sprout smell. So I imagine it's a similar taste. Which
Um,
asparagus is in the same family, I think.
well, they all are like
Yeah.
cauliflower, asparagus, broccoli. They're like all the same plant, just at different stages of life or
No, are
something.
they? I mean, I'm getting there. I so we went to the other picture I threw in the host chat. We went to a music festival this weekend, where you finish with COVID and immediately go to a music festival and kill yourself for 3 days.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It makes. I mean, yeah. I wonder why I'm not feeling back to 100%. Oh yeah, probably bad sleep and stuff. But there's a place there called Island Noodles, and they make
Nice.
wok fried soba noodles with like vegetables and chicken on them, and it's delicious, absolutely delicious. And I don't think it's that terrible for you. The
I think it
macroed
is
out. I think that
safe for you.
container I think was like six something, assuming I got the estimation on it right. Maybe 700, and it's delicious. But it had broccoli in it, and I ate at least half the broccoli this time, which is new for me.
Yeah, I mean, broccoli steamed. So, like carrots is a good example. I
Yeah,
don't do that. Looks delicious, by the way. Not healthy in the least bit, but looks delicious.
I don't think it's that
Um,
unhealthy.
so I will tell you, like carrots, I don't care for raw carrots at all. Like steam them, put them in soup. I'm
Yeah,
in 100%. And I imagine that maybe broccoli becomes like that for you, but like steamed broccoli is definitely good. Roasted Brussels sprouts are phenomenal. No, they got that nice little crunch to it, a nice little crust,
yeah.
especially if you cover them in Parmesan. No, um, but that never hurts. But I actually love I love Brussels sprouts. I only steam your veggies, never steam your crustaceans. Thanks, Dr. Zoidberg. So, bourbon and beyond. Let's get into the challenges. I want to move fairly quickly because just in case you have to go.
Yep, that's
Uh,
fine.
so, struggles and challenges. You're at Bourbon Beyond. Lots of temptation, lots of fun. How was it for you?
I was never drunk.
Okay. I imagine
Uh,
you didn't go in saying you were going to be dry like
Oh
Vegas.
no, no. I mean, so I wrote in my check-in to Ben last week that my goal for the event was to try bourbon that I enjoy, but don't drink with the goal of getting intoxicated. Drink because I want to try the drink or try the bourbon. I mean, we had Pappy, so
Yeah.
uh,
How was it? Was it overrated
it,
or what?
it yeah, I mean, 100% overrated. Like, I mean, it was good, but so it was a $217 pour. That it was a 1.5 ounce pour. So three of us split it, right? It's still making it a
Yeah.
$73 pour for a
Right.
half ounce of bourbon.
Yeah.
So $2,500 bottle on the open market. It was good, but it wasn't 25 times better than a $100 bottle
Yeah.
by any means of the imagination.
So what was the winner of Bourbon and Beyond? What was the one that like you walked away like, damn?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I like Rise, right? So I really like the midwinter's Night's Dram, which is
Okay.
a High
Yeah.
West. So I had two more flavors of that. We went to a real high end bourbon bar called Watch Hill Proper in Louisville,
Okay.
and that's where we were trying these things. And I still think that's my key, my takeaway is that is just really good, and it's roughly $100 a bottle, right?
Yeah.
And
I've
the Peppy was better, but again, it wasn't
It
25
wasn't
times
25
better. It
times.
was, maybe three times better. It was a $300 bottle, but it was definitely
And that's
not.
what I say. Like you get a Whistle
Yeah,
Pig 12, a Whistle Pig 15.
yeah,
It's worth the little extra that you pay for
yeah.
it.
I actually like the six more than the 10, but the 12 is
Same.
better than the
Yeah.
the six for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. That's one of the reasons I don't do the 10, the 12, or anything else. But
Yeah,
the 12 is my go-to. Similar to what is it? Not Doers. I can't freaking remember the black label. Um,
Johnny
but
Walker.
anyway, huh?
Johnny Walker.
No, no, not Johnny Walker. The Special Reserve is the green label. They have the red label, Antique 101. They have the black label. I can't remember for the life of me.
I
I
thought that
think
was Johnny Walker
no, man. No.
or Jim
I don't
Beam.
think. Oh, Weller. Weller's the
Weller. Okay, yeah. Weller. Yeah.
yeah. And Weller's another one. Like if you can get it at retail, totally worth the price. Um, Aftermarket, not so much.
Yeah.
When you have
But I
rain,
mean,
the cost is never. That's not true, man. Especially when you start counting at an ounce and a half, and you're
yeah.
realizing like what these things cost. No,
Yes. So I mean, it was right. So the challenge, obviously, the event, right? But the event wasn't that bad. I did go out and go for a run on Saturday, Friday or Saturday. I went for a 2 mile run. The biggest challenge was obviously we canceled the show last week. I
yeah,
came back from VCF with COVID. Symptoms started Sunday. Monday was a little worse. By Tuesday, I had 100 fever and was pretty much down. I was down Wednesday. Fever finally broke Wednesday evening.
okay,
Was feeling better by Thursday. We went down to Matt's house on Thursday. Still, probably, I'd still call myself probably at 80%. I haven't lifted. I plan to lift tomorrow, but I did go out and go for a 2 mile run, and I did not die, even though I was coughing quite a bit. But I think, to a certain extent, I think the engaging in the cardio and stuff like that, when you do have that cough, I coughed a lot of in the TMI category, I
yeah,
coughed up
but
a lot of the crap that was in my lungs, and then I felt way better when I was
you're
done.
getting the blood going, you're getting the sweat
Yeah.
working up. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if the Canadian mist is in
I
reference
don't
to
even know if I would call
everything else.
that whiskey.
Is Canadian mist a
I think
whiskey?
it's whiskey, isn't it?
I don't know. When I think Canada,
Uh,
I think I'm freaking
Crown.
lost today. Crown, yeah. Um, Never die.
It's
No one appreciates a quitter. No
it's great
argument.
when my train the departure time now says disruption.
So I had Simon call into the station. I said, "Look, just delay by like 30 minutes for us." They were really accommodating. So thank you to
Yeah,
it was a Union Square. So
yeah, Union Station. Yeah, I'll get home
yeah.
eventually. My poor wife has to pick me up from the train station at who knows what time.
Oh,
So
poor Heather. That sucks.
yeah, I don't know if she's watching or not.
Yeah. Well,
I'll find out.
so it's really great you bought a creamy, Jason. That did she watch? We'll see. If she jumps in, she's watching.
Yeah, well, if she joins the chat, they might be watching on the TV. The kids like to watch, so
That's nice.
we'll see. I
Yeah.
texted her.
Geo just went to bed. Yeah, the train is it's actually the train's owned by MGM.
Yeah,
If anybody was going to social hack them, Jason is the one. So
I called into the help desk.
yeah, you're like, I need to reset my password. Yeah, I'm actually still struggling a little bit. I had a cold about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Um, Congested, exhausted, whatever. It went
Probably
through the
COVID. Let's be
house.
real.
Yeah, yeah. Went through the house, got the rest of the family sick.
Yeah.
So I've been doing the nutrition, but I still haven't worked out in a
Yep.
hot minute. But you know what? I still feel great. I told you I'm down 71 pounds as of this morning, so I'm
Yeah,
really
I was gonna
excited
say.
about that.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your weight loss, because man, it's down. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I have mine listed as question mark because I haven't weighed myself since Thursday when I left for Bourbon and Beyond. I was 269.2 when I last weighed myself. So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
probably up from. I mean,
it'll be up and then it'll come back down
yeah,
quick. Yeah. Yeah, I had been bouncing back and forth in the 570s after ChannelCon, and I would go down and come back up a little bit and whatever. So plateaus happen. I wasn't complaining about it. Plus, I was sick, so whatever. And then yeah, this past week it just started. It just skyrocketed. I have been out more. I have been going and doing stuff more. I'm driving my wife nuts with the number of projects I have going on around the house. Um, that part is fun. So definitely more active throughout the day.
yeah.
Just not hitting the gym, but going out a lot more often, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I had a
So,
lot of steps. I'm only at 4,700 today, but I had 19,000 on Friday.
jeez.
Yeah,
We'll just walk back home, dude. What is it?
yeah.
A couple 100 miles? What? You'll be fine.
400, 300, no, probably 250. So yeah, it'd be a bit.
Yeah, you'll be on time for the next episode. You'll be fine.
I should have. I was tempted to send Heather home with my friend, with our friends, and bring the car up. But then I'm like, no, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I don't feel like driving home, and I clearly made the wrong move.
Yeah. See, you should have got a car service, according to
Yeah.
Keith Nelson. Yeah.
So I like the train. It's relaxing. I just want the train to actually run.
I haven't done a train in forever. Thanks, guys. I appreciate
Yeah, it's amazing.
I haven't done a train in forever. I know there's a mystery train that goes like Miami to West Palm or something like that. That I'd love to do. And then now we have
I
the
just want to do the
train that
Bright
goes
Line.
from West Palm to Orlando.
Yeah, I just want to do the Bright Line because it goes so fast.
Yeah, so I've thought about doing that for like one of the Orlando shows. Um, so yeah. Um, it's funny because I look at myself and like I'm forever analyzing everything. We're analytical people,
Yeah,
whatever. So like I'm constantly looking at where I'm at today, and then the last time because I've been using MyFitnessPal for
yeah.
a decade and a half, probably longer. And so I look at it, I'm like, okay, when's the last time I was this weight? Start looking at Google Photos and seeing
Yep.
like the difference, and I don't see it, but I feel it.
I
I
can
just
see
don't
it.
see it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. It's so you never notice your
Yeah,
own difference, right? Because you see yourself gradually over a period of measured in days and weeks, right? Whereas people that don't see you, that's what's going to happen is you're going to come to connect, and I
yeah.
suspect you're going to get dozens of people telling you that you've lost weight and that you look great.
No, I should be. I'm looking forward to it. It would be awesome. I people do tell me all the time. Tony mentioned it the other day. Of course, I see Tony all the time too. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, dude. All right. So, oh, I just missed a chat. Let's see. Keith says, with the new granddaughter, I made reservations for the North Pole train with a private car and Santa. That's pretty awesome.
A private
Um,
Santa. I mean, it's
yeah,
probably just Keith dressed up,
yeah.
honestly.
I mean, he's half dressed already. You just put on some red clothes, a red robe, and
Yeah.
you're done.
Yep.
I mean, you get
I
Simon to
mean,
walk around with him. I mean, you got the
yeah,
elf.
there we go. There we
Like,
go.
so I guarantee you Simon has used that costume more than once since we got it for him. Yeah, no, it's stuff like that's cool. All right, so no workouts yet, even though you've done 14,000
I,
steps. Is that what it
I
was?
got my I did get my squat rack showed up literally as we were leaving the house.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
when I get home, I'm going to assemble it, and that is the hope is that I get it assembled maybe tomorrow, so I can partake in using it soon because that
Yeah,
will be it will be a lot of fun.
that's the
I'm
excitement. You
excited.
get these
Yeah.
toys and you want to get home and just like,
I know. I saw it there, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to build this, but we had to get down to Kentucky for the show.
yeah,
But I am very excited to try out some of these new exercises I have that I haven't been able to do. So I will. My goal is to work out tomorrow and Thursday, so I will get two of my three workouts for the week done.
nice.
Assuming I don't completely fall apart when I work out
Yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah,
which is with COVID always a possibility.
yeah. Are you
But we'll
recovering
see.
well from COVID? I mean, you
Yeah, I
sound
mean,
like
I still have a cough. Yeah, I mean, I sound better than I did last week. I don't know
yeah,
if you caught any of the things I recorded last
yeah.
Tuesday
Oh yeah.
morning. I did that VCF recap with Tom, and I did business technicalities, and I sound like I have rocks stuffed up my nose for both of them.
Yeah, and Tom's finally recovering too. I talked to him yesterday,
Yeah,
checking in on him.
he's
So
bailing on Gurkon because he's afraid of getting sick right before another event he has. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, because he was telling me about the
Vid Summit, yeah.
yeah, the Vid Summit. Yeah, yeah, I gotta get into that. I
Like
haven't been on any of the creator side stuff.
you can't get COVID again that quick, is what I've been telling him. But I get it. That's one that he paid for and wants to go to,
Yeah.
right? And it's
Oh
not an
yeah.
industry event, or it's like
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, a different
I
industry event.
totally get
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's not, but it's not like one of these MSP events where we're going
Yeah.
right. Like yeah, it's he's going to consume,
Yeah.
not network.
Right. Yeah. And that's yeah, I'm gonna get more into those. That's my 2024 plan. Speaking of wins, since I don't it's wins and losses, I'll count as win. So I have been deep diving into more hobbies.
Hmm.
So just stuff to get away from the computer, you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
so been learning Italian for a month and a half. And competing against myself to get first place on Duolingo every single week because that's how it goes. Um, and then started doing pilot ground school training.
Oh,
Um, so
interesting.
well, because I know I can't actually everything I look at, I need to be in the mid 400s, so I can start doing my flight hours.
Yeah.
But no reason I can't do my ground school now.
No.
And
When you could get your 107, right, which is a
oh, I
lot of
have
the
my
same
107.
schooling.
Yeah,
Okay,
the drone
yeah.
stuff, I have that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's see. What's up, Nikki? Nikki just joined the company yesterday. We've been waiting on her. Marissa uses Babbel. She got her significant other has they have what you call it, a friend that does streaming, and they got sponsorships from Apple, so they got like a lifetime subscription for like super freaking cheap.
Yep.
And they say they like it. The two of them, it's it's different. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Dick. So, so what else is new, man? I haven't talked to you in 2 weeks. So, what do you got going on, man?
I mean, just this is the next couple of weeks are like travel crazy for me, right? It's this, and then next week is GurCon. I'm camping this weekend with Scouts,
Oh, cool.
so that'll make. I mean, it'll be a lot of steps. Probably I'll get some cardio in, but it's just life. Life is busy. Then GurCon, and then right after that, a couple weeks after that, I think is a Wild West Hacking Fest, right? So I get to use a lot of those working out in hotel gym skills that Ben was complimenting me on for the next handful of weeks, and then back to normal until IT Nation Connect. So
okay, we got wow, Keith, going to see Andrea Bocelli in Italy. That's pretty dope. That was my mom's favorite singer, so that is pretty awesome. At his home and vineyard, jeez, that's pretty badass. You do a lot of concerts. What was the last concert you went to?
I mean, before this weekend it was
Yeah,
Shaky
before
Knees.
this
Yeah,
weekend.
it was Shaky Knees, which is a festival down in Atlanta. We tend to do a lot. I mean, we saw Killers, Avett Brothers, which is one of our favorites. Although the audio at this show just sucked, and then Bruno Mars headlined on Sunday. That was fun.
That's pretty cool.
I wouldn't have gone out of my way to see Bruno Mars, but it was a very fun show, and he's a very good musician.
Yeah, he's an odd one, but he's definitely talented, and then some. So yeah, man. So any other exciting foods? I mean, you've been on vacation mode. So
Yeah, I've been on sick mode and then vacation mode, right? So
yeah,
my calories, I mean, I we ate way too much this weekend, as one does. I tried to
yeah.
stay protein heavy, so I'm pretty sure I hit my protein all of the days. I'm unlikely to hit it today. Uh, can we talk about the state of sad hotel conference food, like
Yeah.
breakfast especially, right? Like when you give me something called fluffy eggs and it's clearly neither fluffy nor an egg,
Well, they're powdered. It's
what am I
powdered
supposed to do
garbage.
with that?
Yeah, Josh. I mean, I can pretty much
It's
guarantee both of us are going. I already
Oh yeah,
signed
I'll
the
be
form
right
for
about
it.
them. Yeah, I'm already paid for too. So
Yeah.
I
That
just I it's a mystery, right, as to what to do with that. Because last year at this event, which is this peer group meeting, we had really good food. So I didn't get breakfast beforehand. I didn't get protein because last year there was ham and there was chicken sausage, and I'm like, oh man, I'll just load up on that stuff. And then
yeah.
I get there and it's just sad eggs and then a carb pile, right? So I
Yeah.
ate my sad eggs. But at least we had chicken fajitas for lunch, so I could just
Good.
load my plate up with chicken, which is what I did, and try to save it a little bit. But I mean, I think I'm down to like 655 calories left for the day, and I need 70 grams of protein.
Oof.
So we'll see what
Right?
mystery dinner I get aboard because I'm in a room on this
Yeah.
Amtrak train. So in theory, I get dinner. So we'll
Did
see
you
what
bring a
mystery
carton of
dinner
like
I
egg
get.
whites and just chug the egg whites when you got a
No, yeah. Well, I went to the little newsstand here in the station, and there was no even muscle milk. Right? Normally, I can find muscle milk anywhere.
yeah.
So it's been. I did have a Quest protein bar, one of the cookie dough ones, and they're palatable.
I'm doing I got a Greek yogurt parfait just because I had to hit my plus my little dessert, but I had to hit some numbers. So but I still have like 900 calories for the day. Not on purpose. I just yeah. Call ahead, ask for specific things in your
Yeah,
room,
you
veggie
can
trays,
totally do
hard-boiled
that.
eggs. That's pretty diva-ish. I've never done
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
I do a lot of
I,
shit, but
you can. I mean, they'll do that, right?
oh
Like,
yeah, for sure. No,
I mean, they'll just charge you, $7 per egg.
yeah. I'm
Like
not saying I wouldn't do it going forward.
if you roll around with the private car service that drives you to Italy to see shows in vineyards, then $7 eggs in your room. That's just the lifestyle you live.
Steak on Amtrak is okay. There, Glenn knows because he had to do this from New York to Florida over and over. The steak from Amtrak is okay. The chicken is dry. The vegetarian pasta is fine. Oh, he just went up too. I think he went to
Yeah.
see his mom or something like that.
Well, I had so last night our peer group we went to Ditka's and I had a fillet. So fillet is like my go-to when you're out at
Yeah,
a restaurant because it's always lean. You know, it's probably
yeah,
covered in like a pound of butter, but
yeah. But
I mean
actually, I
that's
did
what.
okay. We went to Firebirds last night. Took out Michelle, Marissa, Gio, and we went out and yeah, I had the fillet with even blue cheese and mushrooms. It was still like
Yeah,
5.50.
yeah, it's not
Um,
bad.
had some potatoes au gratin. There was like another two and change, and some street corn. There was like 300. It wasn't
Potatoes
bad.
get a bad rap too, right? It's like,
Yeah,
if you can avoid French fries, I don't mind. A big potato is not that terrible for you. Just don't eat like a football-sized potato.
right. Yeah, I mean, so have you done homemade potato chips yet?
Although I had
Oh,
plantain chips this week, those were quite
oh, I
good.
love plantain. Here we
Yeah,
eat that all the time.
yeah. We
Those
went
are
to a
not as
Cuban
healthy, by the
restaurant.
way.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, we went to a Cuban restaurant and I had chicken, queso chicken, right? And Heather
yeah.
had the pork though, and the pork was way better. And I think that's not terrible for you. The
So
like
the
pork nuggets they
pork,
like almost deep fry.
yeah,
That
it's crock
yeah,
pot style. So
yeah. That's it.
yeah, yeah, you had a masita de puerco or something like that. The problem is like Latin restaurants, especially Cuban restaurants, everything is like deep fried or tons of
Yeah.
oil, tons of butter. Like there is no safe food. Even the white rice, you'll have like it'll be covered in butter.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
but yeah, no, I had steak tonight. I just real simple white rice, grilled some onions and some skirt steak, and made a big ass salad, and we're good. Um, that's the thing though. It's so like I don't know if I've lost my steam on finding cool things to make yet, or what. I'm not doing meal prep at the moment. I'm cooking fresh every day.
Yeah,
Uh, Still staying, within, still doing my calories, so it's all good. So I'm still doing my meals within, under 500, under 600 calories. Um, so it's all going well. It's just I got to get back into the meal prep.
yeah.
Uh,
Heather noted today that she's starting to build up a recipe bank of meal prep recipes she wants to try. So
Michelle does that too. She'll get
yeah,
them on TikTok. She'll send me. She's like,
yep,
I want this.
100%. It's all on
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. I
Yeah.
bet we're following the exact same people too.
I know I won't install or use that app. Like usually she finds them on Instagram then and sends
Yeah.
me them on Instagram and they still have the TikTok watermark, so clearly somebody just copied them.
I mean, so all those creators are everywhere, but like,
Yeah,
you can use TikTok in the browser. It's not like you got
I
to download
know, I
anything.
know, I
You just don't
know.
want to go anywhere near that near
I mean,
Baidu.
I'll click on them, it's fine, but
Yeah.
like I struggle with ADD and I struggle with the dopamine hit, right? So the
Yeah.
last thing I need is like this thing is literally just a dopamine cannon where it's
Oh
like
yeah.
Ben
Yeah.
talked about it on one of the podcasts I just listened to where you scroll till you find the next one that gives you the dopamine hit and
Yeah.
I that's a lot of how I found time to work out is that, I'm spending a lot less time on social media, even LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Because, I'd sit and scroll LinkedIn for a half hour and I just don't do that
I
anymore.
was
And
wondering like if you ran out of people to yell at or like what
no,
happened.
I'm still yelling at people. So Josh Peterson, who you probably know, he's
Yep.
the Baron McKinley. So yesterday I caught him with his laptop unlocked, took the picture, posted it on LinkedIn, tagged him with Matt Lee.
Yeah.
Today I caught him again with it unlocked. So I didn't post it again, but I called him out at a comment for the other three
Yeah.
MSP business owners that I posted, and he comes in, he slams the laptop shut, smashes his chair into mine, it stomps out.
Don't leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah gets it. Ran out of people to yell at. So Nikki's asking, do you have suggestions for meal kit programs? Less so the prep side and just new room and air, very much what you want for dinner. Oh, so pre-made is basically
Uh,
not meal prep, but pre-made.
Dave uses Travala. There was another one that somebody mentioned recently that I'll try to. Frank had one.
Yeah.
Go on, Frank. Tell us what it is
There
again.
was that Factor one that I know goes around a lot. I haven't used
Yeah.
it. Um, I like cooking, so I did a lot of the HelloFresh, Green Chef,
Yep. Yep.
um, what every plate or whatever. Um,
Mega Fit. That's
there
it.
you go. There you go. MegaFit. Let me see if I can find that online. Bring it up. So I like cooking, so that works for me. You know what I mean? Um, let's see.
Yeah,
quickly
it's
Googled
not
something, and
like things
every
like MegaFit. I don't think are necessarily pre-done. HelloFresh obviously is the one that all the creators seem to be backed by, and
yeah,
that's one where they send you the ingredients and you cook it.
yeah. I did catch like HelloFresh. The first week was actually the first couple weeks were good, and then a lot of the veggies were sad veggies.
Yeah,
Um, oh, not necessarily pre-made. I will tell. So I will. One of the creators I follow made it really. Oh, am I? Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. One of the creators I follow made it real simple. Just have everything frozen. Grab a frozen
yeah,
dinner, a frozen protein, a frozen vegetable, you know, some frozen carbs, and you're good. I mean, you can get frozen potatoes, frozen Brussels sprouts,
yeah,
you know, and we'll do that every once in a while, and it is easy, right? Like
yeah,
especially I went in my freezer and I went like mega OCD the other day, so now I have like all my veg on one shelf, all my carbs on one shelf, and all my protein on one shelf, and then I put all the sweet stuff in the garage freezer. um and it made it really easy. So like if I don't know what veg I want to do for tonight, I'll just grab one of the frozen bags ready to go.
yeah.
um so that stuff works. um
Yeah, it's like atomic habits, right? It's all about uh, aligning the habit you want to get to be as easy as possible. So little tricks like that, like if you can't, like Nikki, I think her name is, was
yeah,
saying like we don't know what to cook. Make a wheel of cooking.
yeah,
Literally, just get like 6 recipes and put it on a wheel and spin it, and just make whatever it lands on.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like it's going to be, as long as it's things you like, it's not going to go bad.
Yeah,
It's you're not
yeah,
going to screw it up, you know what I mean?
yeah. Just get
um
like 10 ingredients and come up with 6 recipes that use those 10 ingredients. Put them on a wheel, spin it, and make whatever one pops up.
So I did see the other day someone did I should probably just bring it up. Chat GPT, they said, I have these are my protein goals. I'm looking for calorie deficit. This
Hmm.
is my max calories for a day. Give me a week long meal prep or meal plan. And it did. And then he went back and he said, okay, well, give me all the macros on it and give me the ingredients and make me a
What
shopping list for the week.
was it
And he did
right?
all of it.
Was it
Um,
right?
Listen, I don't know if you know how TikTok works. They're like 180-second videos. So
Yeah. So I would. I mean, with ChatGPT's like uh, tendency to just make things up, I can imagine it telling you that it's 300 calories and like 150 grams of protein. When if you math that out, it's impossible.
yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I'm waiting for that. I know this isn't the AI show, but I'm waiting for that one AI to be like, we're more accurate than every other AI. Like I'm waiting for that advertisement because
yeah.
that'll win. I mean, uh,
I, I don't necessarily even need the macros on it, right? Just give me the a high protein meal idea. I'll macro it out. I do that all the time in my fitness pal. Heather thinks
oh
it's a
yeah.
pain in the butt, so she never does it. But like, if we make something, I'll throw all the ingredients in there and I'll split it out into the number of servings we have, and I save it. And then next time I can just use it again.
It's funny the way it's turned around. My wife Michelle used to cook all the time. And then because I look at a fridge and I just blank slate. Like I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at, no idea how to put it all together. Like I just go blind, right? Go face blind. And so she used to do all the cooking. So now that I'm doing the cooking, you know, when she has to prepare, she's trying to keep track of her protein or whatever.
Yeah,
She struggles with it because
yeah.
she knows how to cook meals to be good. She doesn't know how to cook meals to like hit certain goals. And she was struggling with like, oh, everything I cook is 7, 8, 900 calories. I'm like, why?
That's okay.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to hit
Yeah.
3, 4, 500 calories on a
Well,
meal.
you just have to cut the fat down. I mean,
Yeah,
that is the secret. Is that like nine? So fat, or I mean, I don't know. We've covered this, but protein and carbs are 3 calories per gram, right, or
yeah,
3.4, I think, for protein, and fat is 9, right? So like, it's you can if you can cut that tablespoon, that tablespoon of butter is 120 calories. Use half of
yeah,
it, and you've cut 60
yeah.
calories out of it.
Sir, 2 tablespoons of, I think it's not butter, light is 100 calories. So
Yeah.
it it's stupid because those little substitutions make a big difference too.
Yep.
Um, so it's nice to do that. Keto, you want the fat. It's funny, I did keto, and because
Yeah. No keto.
I'm a carnivore and then some.
Yeah.
I've never been the guy to eat a ton of fat. Same thing with Atkins.
Yeah.
Like I prefer a lean fillet
So do
over
I.
anything with over like a.
Yep.
I mean, I'd like a cowboy steak. Don't get me wrong, but I'm usually cutting off the fat cap and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
just
I 100% I do. Right, like I like fat cooked in things, but like
yeah.
yeah, if I get a giant chunk of like gristly fat when I'm eating something, I spit it out. I'm that
Yeah.
guy. Can't
Even
do
my
it.
filet had it was wrapped in bacon, but the bacon
Yeah.
looked more fatty than anything, and I just
Yeah, yep. I
yeah,
take the bacon off. I can't, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah, I need even yeah, with the bacon wrapped fillets, I need the fat to render out a little bit. It's just too
Yeah.
chewy.
Oh no, and that's like one of those things. Like I've become so damn finicky with food, not of like I only eat certain things, not like but like no, it's just not worth it. I'm not going to waste my time, my calories on
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah,
So
well, so let's talk about that because
yeah,
that is a very real thing that happens is that I want that, but it's not worth the calories it's going to cost me or it's not worth
yeah.
screwing my macros up for the day. That is a very real thing that I experience, and it sounds like you do too.
Oh yeah, all the time. I look in the fridge, and so Michelle and Gio. I came home late Friday night. I was cleaning my office. Michelle and Gio ordered pizza. They ordered Pizza Hut. I told her I'm like I'm fine. There was
Yeah,
leftover pizza. I looked at it. And I'm like, I had one of my meal preps. I think it was like a protein, Barilla Protein Plus spaghetti with like a homemade meat sauce with
yeah,
some lean ground beef and rouse. And it was like 490 calories in the meal prep. I'm like, I'll do this tonight. I'll make the pizza I want to make tomorrow. Because I looked at it, would have been easy. I got home at 11 o'clock at night. Would have been easy to just grab some cold pizza out of the fridge and
yeah,
just eat it. And I would have enjoyed it. It's not like I wouldn't have.
yep.
But
So yeah,
you
that is
know,
the thing that I haven't really had that much since I've been on this, being stricter with the diet is pizza. So I am craving it recently. So that's why your little Fatheads pizza or the
I'll go treat it.
I'm gonna do something like that very soon. I think.
The only pizza I've done a ton of pizza alternatives. I've done whatchamacallit, so English muffins, the local English
Yep.
muffins are 50
Yep.
a piece.
Yep.
Get a quarter cup. The serving is a quarter cup of rouse.
Yeah.
I can't even do a quarter cup between the two. I'll make four, and that still is more than enough. Um, take some turkey pepperoni, 17 slices for the 120 calories it
Yeah.
is, and then take some low fat mozzarella.
Mhm.
That's the one thing I go a little extra on because the quarter
I
cup
would
is
just
still a
use
whole
normal
bunch.
cut mozzarella. Honestly, like
Yeah,
it's
it's low fat cheese is not bad if you rinse it. Then you get rid of all that powder
okay.
shit, but then you got to dry
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
But that air fryer, 9 minutes, 425, 400, whatever it is, they're like little like bagel bites, but
Yeah.
and they're really good. They're really freaking good. Um, yeah, I was not working late. I actually only worked till like 5 o'clock most days. This was my office looked like something out of a FEMA disaster. And actually, this is a nice little challenge I should bring up. So I personally battle severe depression. I know I'm always on camera, I'm always talking, I'm always yeah, whatever, but I do my entire life battle severe depression. Um, and I realized that like when I'm having rough days, one of my ways to reset is I will stop and I will do something else. I've talked about that a million times.
Yep.
Take a break, go do something else,
Yep.
follow the dopamine, then get back, clear your head, go start again.
Yep.
So, but I realized when my space is cluttered, I it gives a feeling of safeness, but also it gives a feeling of like anxiety. Safe in the sense of like I tend to block myself off with stuff. I just not on purpose. I just kind
Yeah.
of always have. Probably because people freaking knock on my door 24/7. Um, but when it's messy like that, my brain is just naturally like because you have to clean it. That it's sitting there. You have to do this. And finally, like Friday, I told my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna stay late. I'm just gonna clean this out. I felt so much better when I got home. Like I was in such a good mood that the office was clean. Um, yeah, it was just one of those things, man.
Yeah,
Um,
I often find when things like that happen too, doing something physical, and we talked about
yes.
this, I
Oh yeah.
think,
Yeah.
something where you can see the end of the thing you're actually doing, right? Like because so much of the work, especially, I mean, you've had a rough go. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You've had a pretty rough go
Yeah.
recently, and
We all have stuff that goes
seeing
on. It's
seeing the end of a project like that where you can physically see it is
yeah,
very fulfilling.
100%. Um, yeah, it's one of the things, and it does help your mental your attitude. Let me see. Oh, here's the these are okay. These are not the
Those
English
are tortilla
muffins.
ones,
These
right?
are what was that?
Is that tortilla?
Yeah, these are the carb smart tortillas. The ones that are
Yeah,
like 25 calories each.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. The little ones. Yep.
They were okay. I did this also with lavash bread. That was horrible. I like lavash. I've used it for other
Yeah.
stuff. Pizza, that's just not the one, man. Let's see. Nikki says that's that's her right now. Yeah, she just moved, so she's living in boxes and bags right now. Whatchamacallit, the living room, kitchen unpacked. My room is a nightmare of boxes. I need to make my space feel like mine again. It's funny because like in my 20s, I didn't give two shits. I had the mattress on the floor. I was fine. I
Yeah.
like had a pile of dirty clothes. I knew where the pile was, but like I had a pile of dirty clothes on the carpet. Like it just wasn't like a big deal. And now I don't know. Do you have those? Like any kind of like
Oh,
those things that
I'm
you
a
notice
messy guy.
no, but like everybody has like that one thing that's like it just throws them off. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a logical thing. It's just so I'll give you Danny. Danny, my cousin Danny hates the Pizza Planet t-shirts. No, why? Irrational fear. It's Danny. You don't question it much. You just go with it. But we go to Disney, and of course we hang out most at
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios, which is the Pizza Planet's there, which is where Buzz and Woody are, and so it's all over the place, and he just loses his shit. It's like a dog chasing a car.
I mean, I definitely have trigger things
Yeah.
around, like, especially the kids have trigger things that trigger me, and they just
Oh
put
yeah,
me in an irrationally bad mood that, like, it doesn't. And Heather gets on me about it. Like, the,
same.
yeah, yeah, for sure. There are behaviors. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head.
So while you're
I
thinking,
don't
I'll
know.
give you one. I worked at the police department, as you know, for 10 years. I worked
Yep.
in the 911 center. And the way that works, like most call centers, you're sitting there with a headset and it'll be nothing going on. I worked midnights and
Yep.
then you hear beep and then it's go time, right?
You're on. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I swear I have PTSD from it. Like I'm not saying that joking around. I'm not saying that like being dismissive of PT, I'm not a war veteran with PTSD. I'm not an idiot. That's not the same thing. But I will tell you, a decade of going from 0 to 100 at like random times will fuck you up.
I mean, on call. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't have that, but like literally spent years of my life getting woken up in the middle of the night for things, and yeah, for sure.
yeah. So, and even to this day, like bright lights and
Yep.
loud sounds like trigger the
Yeah,
hell out of me.
buddy.
Are you actually leaving?
Maybe soon. What? 30. I don't even see it up there anymore. Yeah, maybe not. Apparently, there's a bridge stuck up, is what I've been able to determine.
Wait, trains aren't supposed to, the train's going under the bridge,
The
over the bridge?
train's going over the bridge that is up.
I didn't realize that was a thing. I thought like
Yeah.
trains just go over fixed, I don't know.
Well, I mean, there are ships that come in and out of channels here, right? Because there's a
That's
very
true.
active
Okay.
port in the Lake
Yeah.
Michigan. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so you learn little. So let me go the other way. Instead of the triggers, I want to end this on a positive note.
yeah, for sure.
What is your way? You talked about getting up and doing something physical. What is your way that when you
Wow.
yeah, cats. Um, what are the way if when you are triggered, do you have any what are your compensation tools? Like how do you
Yeah.
bring
So
yourself back
honestly, working out increasingly, if I go down, and usually for that, it's going to be either really hard to lift, or I'm going to try to push myself, or I'm going to do some really crazy cardio, and that will usually reset me because it does a couple of things, right? It gives me it pushes me, it gives me somewhere to channel that anger or whatever the emotion is, but it also gives me time to reflect, right? And pops you out of the situation, and you can be a little more usually you're suffering in some way or the other,
in?
right?
Oh
So
yeah.
you can't overthink it too much, right? And you can get back down to the more base, like, okay, I'm really am being irrational. It's like my own little form of meditation, and meditation helps too. I've fallen off of that habit, I think, as of recently, and I think it's something I
Yeah.
definitely need to reprioritize.
That's something I did. I used to meditate in my 20s and
Yep.
30s and I stopped. Uh and so I just started doing that again. I do it early morning
You
and
should try the
works.
555 Club thing you have access to. It's
I
actually quite
know.
good. Yeah,
That's the thing too. Like I look at it and I'm like, okay, I'm in WeHack Health. There's 2
yeah,
calls a week I should be joining, right? The group one or the private one. And it's like one of those things, I don't know, you never have time. All right. Oh, this is a low carb pizza time from Josh.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Um, so we got egg, chicken, cheese, pepperoni, turkey pepperoni, mozzarella sauce. All right. Spread the canned chicken out, oven 350, eggs,
No,
parmesan. There's your binder.
yep.
Okay. Um, see, I've done this with cheese. I've made crusts out of cheese before. Um,
That was good. That was quite
yeah,
good.
it's really good. And I have stacks of canned chicken at
Yeah,
home.
we have a good amount of it. I'm gonna text Heather that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's some shit, dude. Damn, that's
they
that.
are.
I'd be surprised if I could eat that whole damn thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
I'll
just
put the
texted her
link
that.
in there for anybody else that wants to go check out
Yeah,
Josh's
for sure.
pizza. Yeah, man. All right. Well, we're at 8:30.
Yeah,
Thank you,
next week will be more normal. I'll be back home. I'll have my lifts in. We can go back to our normal workout discussions, and
Yeah.
life will hopefully be better. And hopefully you, like, I'm hoping next week. I'm gonna push you. I want
Yeah.
that second number to be a 5 next week.
Yeah, I would. I told Michelle I was thinking like we're going to Nashville in October, and I'm like
Yeah,
I could be in the 550s by Nashville. And now I'm looking, I'm like
yeah,
I might be in the
yeah. Do
550s
it.
before Connect.
Yeah, no, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very exciting. All right, yeah, we got to go too. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
We appreciate you for hanging out. Jason, have a safe ride home,
Yep.
and we will see
I
you
got to go
guys
down and
next
yell at the
week.
station agent, figure out where our train is. Hopefully, it's not in the river, right? Because that would be a real problem
That,
if it kept going when the bridge is up. So
yeah, that
cool.
would suck. Yeah, in that
Okay.
case, I would get another train.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Cheers. Talk to you
Until
next
next
week.
time, take care of
Yeah.
yourselves and each other.
Yep.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.